Good morning. Kind of cool out here in the shop this morning. I don't know what the temperature might be, but it's probably around 13 degrees Celsius, I'm guessing. And I'm gonna start a little video this morning concerning the Taig Lathe. I don't use this lathe a lot, but when I need it, it's handy. It's small and it's easier to use for some types of projects. And so let's see here. I'm looking for a fork brush. I don't have one handy. I don't know what I did with them all. So this morning I'm going to talk about a new chuck. It's not a new chuck, but it's one that Taig Tools is selling, and they've been advertising. They got a YouTube video out concerning it. It's a 4-jaw chuck that so I just got the box. Let me zoom out just a little bit. I got the box from Taig in the mail, I think yesterday. So it came with the chuck. Let me get it out of the bag here. I already unboxed this once, so this is my doing. Actually, I've got several things in one bag, so that makes it more difficult. Let's see here. It came with a chuck. It's a 4-jaw, and also I ordered a little faceplate that I'm going to use to adapt this chuck to the lathe. Let's see what else we got in the box here. It came with a Allen wrench and a couple of bars. So that said, let's see here. Let's see if I can get this open here. I don't know what the heck I did here. So this is the little faceplate that it came with. So we're going to use this as an adapter. The chuck comes with a 1-inch 8 thread. That's a common thread for a lot of wood lathes. So this was probably made for a wood lathe. And the company that the Taig was making these for, I guess they're not in business anymore. And so Taig is selling these chucks for $20, which seemed like a good deal. So as you see here, you know, I've been using this one for years. It's a 3-jaw chuck on the lathe now. We'll take it off there. I'm going to probably make this video in a bunch of parts because most of the machining is kind of mundane. It's not anything that I need to show here. But looks to me, this little faceplate has got a 3/4 16 thread. So what I'm going to try to do is mill out the existing threads on this chuck, which are 1-inch 8 threads per inch, and I'm going to mill a place big enough to put this boss into, and pretty close right now, so by the time I mill away those threads will be good. And make it a tight fit not a press fit, but kind of a nice snug fit. And then I'm going to turn this perimeter down to at least the size of this boss here, and then we'll put some screws here to attach it. So that's the plan. I think at this point probably the most critical thing is trying to get all the surfaces on this adapter true, and they may be, I don't know. We'll have to find that out. But the first thing is to see if we can. I'll put a drop of oil on the spindle here. Cold out here. There's the drop of oil, and this should thread onto here. If it doesn't, then we got problems, more problems. Oh, it does beautifully, fits beautifully, so that's not a problem. So what we're going to do now, and we're going to do this off camera, but what we're going to do here is we're going to check these surfaces. We're going to check this main surface for run out. We're going to check the face for run out, the back of the face for run out. So we're going to check all those surfaces for run out. And the one job we have to do here, if you'll look at the other end of this, well, this fits beautifully. If you look at the other end of this, you'll see that there's a register in here. Okay, so what we need is that register to be at this end. So we need to turn the register in here. We need to see what that is, but that registers onto the spindle, on the back of the spindle here. So that once we make sure all the surfaces are true, the best we can with this attached to the spindle in this direction, which is the way it's supposed to go. By the way, this is a faceplate, and I see it came from Taig with a little dent in it there, but it looks, other than that, it looks pretty good. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So this is a faceplate of some sort. I'm not sure why Taig sells it, what it's for, but anyway, this seemed like a good solution to adapting this chuck. So that said, I'm going to go off camera now, and I'm going to check the run out on all these faces and see how we're doing. If everything looks good, then all we need to do is mill a register in here. So we'll have to measure and see what that needs to be, and we'll just cut the register. So I'm going to go off camera now, and we've unboxed this, and so we're ready to go, and I'll bring you back for the next step, I guess. So let me shut the camera off now. Okay, I did a quick check. It's only been 5 minutes or less. So this is very poorly made. But that said, I'm on the main boss back here, and we got run out of about 4.5 thousandths. So that's quite a bit. I checked the run out on the face, was about 3 thousandths. So we got some work to do. I think the first thing we're going to do is probably turn this register in here, because it has to be true with the threads. So we're going to turn that register so we can flip this thing around and fix this face, and also fix this boss here. So those things got to run within a half a thou, I would say. So we're going to do that, and that'll be the first step here. So I'll bring you back, but I just wanted to clue you in here. I'm not sure. We've got to get the back of this face true. So that'll be another thing we have to do. And actually, I guess I can true this face up right now. And maybe, I didn't check the outer diameter here, but we need to check this too. Let's see what it is. Just put it on 0. I know you can't see the dial indicator, but this is running out a couple thou, at least. Yeah, just about 2 thou. This is running out, so it's not true either. So this has got to be true to the threads. The back of this face has got to be true to the threads. Maybe this side probably needs to be true to the threads too. Actually, we need to get all these surfaces true. So I'm going to shut the camera off again now, and we're going to go ahead and start trying to true this thing up. And I'll have to measure this this register on the lathe and see what it is and how deep it needs to be, and then we need to cut that register into these threads here. So when this thing is turned around, it still registers correctly. So that's what I'm going to do next, and I'm going to shut the camera off. So in checking the register back here on the Taig spindle, according to my micrometer, we're exactly a 1/2 thousandths over 3/4 of an inch. So it's pretty close to what it should be. Let's see what the thread is. The thread is a 1/2 thousandths under 3/4 of an inch. Oh, actually a little bit more than that. About 1.5 thousandths under. So that's what we have to turn this out to. The depth is probably, the depth isn't real important as long as we go deep enough. So whatever this is, I'll check it, and we're going to go that depth. So okay, I've made a couple passes here. It's not going to take much to take those threads out, very little. I got an inside mic here, and it looks like this is kind of touchy-feely, but it looks like we're about 735 right now, and I can still see the thread in there. So 735, so we need to take out another 15 thousandths, not much. So let's take another pass. So let's take out, I don't know, 8. Take out 8. The register with the little faceplate on there in this direction, we're almost hitting the spindle right now. Let's see where we're at. I hate reading this mic, it seems backwards. So we're at 725, 745. So let's take out another. Well, this thing's loose on me. Take out another 5. Need to tighten up my little knob here. Probably don't have an Allen wrench small enough to do that. Alright, let's see where we're at. Okay, we're about 1/1000 over. Let's take off another thou. We just about removed the threads. That's just about the extent of it. Okay, we're about 1/1000 over. And what were we in the other direction? We were about 1/2 thou. So let's see what happens here. Well, okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off. I need to clean these threads out a little bit. I'm gonna have to get a scribe or something and see if I can clean them out. I don't have a tap this size, so. Alright, just been a couple minutes. I took a scribe and just reached in there and run it around the thread. So now it works perfect, no problem. And I can just barely see the bottom of the old thread in there. And it looks exactly the same as the other side here. Geez, I think I just cut my finger on the thread. Look at that. Jesus. Sharp thread. Okay, so threads, let's see, threads on this way. So hopefully I still got some crud in there. I can feel it. But that's all it is. I wish I had a tap to run through there, but I don't. I'll just get the air compressor going and blow it out good. We'll probably be all right. So here we go. So this sails right on there. Feels like it fits the register. It fits dead tight up against the nut. So now we'll check the run out with it on in this direction. This is the important way, because this is the way it's going to be once it's inserted into the chuck body. So I'm gonna put this on here now, and we'll check it, see where it's at. I know you can't see it, but adjust it. So that's about 4.5 that way, and about a little bit less than 1/2. So we're about 5/1000 out. Okay, see what we are on this thing. running about a little less than 2/1000 out. So we got to get those correct. And we need to also check the face, because this is important also. Get this oriented some way we can do that. So we're about 2.5 thousandths out on the face. So that's where we're at. And we got it up tight in the direction that it's got to go. So now it's just a matter of truing up these surfaces with the spindle threads. So shut the camera off and we're going to head in that direction. Okay. So it's been a couple minutes later. I took about 3/1000ths off of this unit here, and so hopefully we're about 1/4 thousandth, maybe run out. I don't know. It's hard to tell. This digital, it's reading pretty much 0 all the way around. So we're good there. We should be. So. Now I think we need to get this face trued up next. So we'll get the tool set up and we'll make that little cut, just a couple thousandths off that face, and we'll spin it around and get the backside done, and we'll be good to go. You know, then we can start dismantle. Then we'll dismantle the chuck and see if we can get the body of the chuck in the Taig forejaw and get these threads cut out of here. And I think that we can just cut them all the way through. I don't know how deep we can go there, but should be good. Okay, back in a minute. Back again. Sometimes this lathe can be very challenging. Sometimes I like to throw it through the wall. Usually it's tailstock problems, very poor design. But this time I can't get up close enough. I'm having a hard time getting up close enough with a tool to cut this face. Although I did get it done by moving the tool bit. So there may be a better way to do it, I don't know, but I can't seem to. I got the tool post all the way back. I guess if I put the original Taig tool post in, that would probably do the trick. So let's see what our run out is right now, and maybe we're good to go. If not, maybe I'll try to put I got a bunch of Taig tool posts that so I can put those back in and we'll, if we need to. But I think I've got this probably trued up, and I got the corner. It's not undercut, but it's pretty square, so we should be good there. Get this thing in some kind of position to measure this. We're good. We're right on 0. We don't have a 1/2 thousandths, so something less than a 1/2 thousandths. So we're good to go on that face. So what we need to do is turn it over and take care of that one outer face, and we'll have this piece done. I think. Take care of this one outer face. Looks nice and pretty and shiny. Hate to cut on it, but I can't make it look like that again. That's for sure. Let's double check and see how far out we are here on this face again. Huh. Interesting. I guess I'll make a cut on here, but we go back to the high spot. There's the high spot. A little more than 1/2 thousandths. Well, I think we can get it better than that, so we'll make a cut across there and double check it and then call it quits. I got the camera running. Kind of forgot where I was at here. Now let's see what we need to. Let's just run this across there. Not sure. Maybe not. Maybe you need to see if you can find a different tool. You know, I got many tool holders up here. Well, that's got a big chip out of it. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's some tools. Let's see what we got here. No, that won't do it. That ain't gonna do it. Well, okay. Well, let me shut the camera off and see if I can get a tool bit here. Okay. I just swung the tool bit a bit more and ran it across there, so it should be true. We should be good to go. I was thinking this process was going to take a lot longer, but this is just a few minutes and we'll see where we're at. Oh yeah, we're good. Now we're less than 1/4 thousandths. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get it any better than that, so that's going to have to do it. In the end, we can, once we get all this mated up and together, we can just take a tickle off these jaws if we have to. I don't think these scroll chucks are that great anyway, but I'm thinking that the 4-jaw, this is another thing I like to throw through the wall from time to time. But all scroll chucks are not the greatest. I've pretty much gone to 4-jaw chucks on all my lathes. I don't fool with these scroll chucks much anymore, but they are convenient. And but they don't really clamp the work as tight as they should, And if you're threading or something, sometimes it becomes like impossible. So, and you know, you get in the middle of a project and the thing fails, and so anyway, that's my thinking anyway. So, okay, let's call off now and we'll get set up and go to the next step.